by his stripes, you and I are healed. Hello everyone, I'm Father James Kelleher with Liturgy Prep for Wednesday, September 15th, 2021. Today we celebrate the feast of Our Lady of Sorrows. Such a great mystery, isn't it? In this feast, we see that the Immaculate Virgin Mary, who experienced both the supreme joy of giving life to Jesus, also experienced the great sorrow of seeing that life taken from him. At the foot of the cross, who was there? The Virgin Mary and St. John and Mary Magdalene. It's such a classic image, isn't it? And it's such a powerful reality that Mary's great love for her son held her there at the foot of the cross and helped John to stay there too, and Mary Magdalene. And so at the foot of the cross, the Virgin Mary shared perfectly in the suffering of her sons. How could she share perfectly? Well, because by virtue of her Immaculate Conception, from the moment of her conception in her mother's womb, she was always perfectly united with her son Jesus. And so she was perfectly united with him there at the foot of the cross. And perfectly united, offering him to the Father. Perfectly united with Jesus in Jesus' offering of himself to the Father. And in that moment, Jesus gave the Blessed Virgin Mary to St. John and to each one of us as a spiritual mother. When he said to her, "Woman, behold your son." And then he looked at John and said, "Behold your mother." And so when you and I face challenges, when we face fears or problems, we do not need to run from them. We need to run with Mary to the foot of the cross, to be present to Jesus. Because the scriptures say, by his stripes, you and I are healed. Powerful, isn't it? By his stripes, you and I are healed. And so when we go to the foot of the cross, we bring our problems, we bring everything, we bring our entire self to Jesus and ask through Mary's powerful intercession that we can be united with Jesus in his one saving sacrifice on the cross. You know, in my life, I've always had a devotion to the Blessed Virgin Mary, and something really beautiful happened to me on the Feast of Our Lady of Sorrows on September 15th, 1992. That was a little while ago, wasn't it? Well, on that particular day, I was actually praying late at night in a small chapel at Christi College. I decided to do like 9 days of prayer, and where I just pray 1 hour a night, and I was just sort of seeking some guidance in my life. At that moment, I could have still gotten married or maybe become a priest. But as I prayed and got lost in prayer, I wrote down a prayer and then finished the meditation. And then I'd finished my 9 days of prayer. So I decided 2 months later to reread what I'd written in my prayer journal because I'd sort of forgotten. And this is basically what I prayed for. Was I prayed that I would be able to go to the Society of Our Lady Novitiate in Bosque, New Mexico within the year or so. And when I read, but this part of the prayer said that not only would I enter the novitiate, but that I'd be trained in spiritual warfare and receive the blueprint for my apostolic life. When I reread that, that sort of shocked me. But do you know what? 10 months later, I drove my car cross country to Bosque, New Mexico, and entered the Society of Our Lady Novitiate, July 31st, 1993. The Virgin Mary had indeed helped me to answer our Lord's call, and I really depend on her to keep me faithful. Ave Maria.